You are the sweatiest creature that has ever walked the earth. Not the strongest, not the fastest, the sweatiest. And that soaking, dripping, embarrassing trait is the only reason your species is still here. Somewhere in Africa, hundreds of thousands of years ago, the heat nearly finished us. The forests thinned, the shade vanished, and the open savanna turned into a furnace that could cook a large mammal from the inside in a matter of hours. Our ancestors had no water bottles, no roofs, no way to escape the midday sun, and the genetic evidence suggests our numbers crashed hard, down to a fragile founding population that came terrifyingly close to zero. We didn't just survive that heat, we were rebuilt by it. Here's exactly how, in 5 points. Point 1. We threw away our fur. Almost every mammal your size is covered in it, and for a cold world, that fur is a blanket. But in a furnace, a blanket is a death sentence, because it traps heat against the skin. So over generations, the hairy hominids overheated and struggled to reproduce, while the balder ones stayed cool enough to keep moving, keep hunting, keep living. Bit by bit, the fur retreated. What you're left with today is not smooth skin by accident. It is the scorched fingerprint of an environment that punished anyone who stayed covered. Point 2. We covered our naked skin in millions of tiny taps. Most animals cool themselves by panting, which works, but panting and running at the same time is nearly impossible because both fight for the same breath. Evolution handed us a completely different machine. Between 2 and 4 million eccrine sweat glands spread across almost your entire body, each one a microscopic valve pumping water onto the surface of your skin. As that water evaporates, it drags heat away with it. No other animal on the planet cools itself at this scale. A horse sweats a little. You sweat like a broken hydrant, and that is precisely the point. Point 3. This turned us into the ultimate endurance hunters. Think about what that combination actually unlocks. A bare body, covered in millions of cooling valves, able to breathe freely while running. It means that in the hottest part of the day, when every furred, panting animal on the savanna is forced into the shade to avoid cooking, we could keep going. Anthropologists call it persistence hunting. You don't outrun the antelope, you outsweat it. You jog behind it for hours under a sun it cannot tolerate, until its body overheats, its legs buckle, and it collapses, cooked by the very heat you were built to shrug off. Point 4. And all of this was really about protecting one fragile, greedy organ, your brain. Your brain is astonishingly sensitive to temperature. Let its core climb just a few degrees and confusion sets in, then seizures, then death. In a species evolving a bigger and bigger brain, overheating wasn't a discomfort. It was an existential threat to the exact thing that made us special. So evolution routed a dense network of blood vessels to cool the blood heading upward, using that sweat-chilled skin as a radiator. Every drop you pour out on a hot day is, in part, an ancient cooling system defending the 3 pounds of tissue reading these words. Point 5, and this is the brutal part. Every gift comes with a bill, and the heat left us with a permanent, unforgiving one. To sweat like this, you have to spend water and salt at a rate almost no other animal can survive. A working human in real heat can lose over a liter of sweat an hour, laced with the salt your body cannot afford to lose. So we became creatures that must drink constantly, that crave salt with a desperation bordering on obsession, and that die within days without water. Other animals ration. We hemorrhage. Your cooling system is also your greatest vulnerability. And that is the trait the killer heat carved into you. Not a scar you can see, but a rhythm you live inside every single day. The reason a hot afternoon leaves you soaked and shaky. The reason your body screams for water and salt long before it screams for anything else. The reason a stuffy room feels like torture while a cold one only mildly annoys you. You are not badly designed for heat. You are exquisitely, desperately over-designed for it. Because the ancestors who weren't didn't leave descendants. The ones who did sweated their way through.